You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your number one source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Dean Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, and streaming live on Ustream, this is AfterBuzz TV for The Good Wife. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip about The Good Wife. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, picking up where the show leaves off and the buzz continues, it's AfterBuzz TV for The Good Wife.
AfterBuzz TV for The Good Wife. Welcome to AfterBuzz TV for The Good Wife. This is Season 3, Episode 6. I am Natasha Dixon, hosting today, sitting in for Billy Niles. We miss you, Billy. Billy! And I am here with the most fabulous, beautiful, striking, elegant, classy, and tacky. No, I'm playing.
And she called me tacky.
Chrystee Pharris.
Yay, what up? Thank you. Hello.
This episode was absolutely amazing, but let me tell you a little bit about it. So Alicia is wading through diplomatic loopholes to defend a Taiwanese national. Eli is approached by his ex-wife to vet her for a possible political campaign. So there was a lot of stuff going on this week. And we would love for you guys to call in a little bit. The number is 424-256-1729. First, how did you think of the episode overall?
I thought it was a great episode. I thought it was great. And it was really centered around, for me, I felt like it was centered around Eli. They're really developing Eli's character. I mean, they're showing, look, he is a series regular. He's not going anywhere.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
They're really developing and just getting his backstory, which I think is very interesting. And yeah, I really enjoyed the storyline this week.
Yeah, me too. I was more impressed with this week than last week, and I don't know if it was, the sexual tension, but we'll get to that. Ooh. So Alicia and Caitlin, what happens is they get a call because these guys were on this booze cruise and some stuff went down, and they call the law office, Lockhart Gardner, and Caitlin, the new chick, the one that we're like, we don't know if we like her. Right. She's a partner's niece. She has to go out there, and she goes out alone because no one is there.
Why didn't she call anybody?
Oh my! Well, I think what happens is they call Lockhart Gardner, and she was the only one who could go. Alicia wasn't there, and Will sent her. So I don't know why Will didn't go, but I guess it was just for writing purposes. So Will sent her to go.
Right.
And the only thing that we see is she's out there, and Will calls Alicia and tells Alicia, you got to get out there. Caitlin's on her own. Mm-hmm. And while they're out there, Carrie shows up. Mm-hmm. Carrie and the new chick.
Yes.
Yeah, I liked that energy that was going on with them.
Yes, Dana, I think is her name.
So she shows up, and he's like, well, what do you have for me? When they're out there and Carrie's doing his thing, which he was really kind of sexy this week.
Yes, he was.
I think it was because he was empowered. So he's out there telling people that he's going to take the guys in or whatever. And he asked Caitlin, well, I've never met you. What are you doing here? And she says, oh, I'm just recording everything you do. And that was just so...
That was so cute.
Yeah, she has her iPhone with the mic on it.
I know. They're always pumping up that iPhone and iPad on all these different TV shows, which I think is very interesting. But no, I thought it was very interesting. And I also thought it was very interesting that he didn't even pay attention or even try to flirt with her either.
No, he didn't.
He was just like, she wasn't like, even there.
Oh,
yeah, okay, so.
And then he says.
Yeah.
Oh, that was really interesting. So Alicia and Caitlin are working together on this. And I was thinking there was going to be a little bit of tension between the two of them, but it didn't seem like that.
It didn't at all. And I also like the way in the beginning it made it seem like Caitlin was not, maybe that bright,
Yeah.
And, especially with the iPhone and I'm just going to record everything that you do,
Yeah.
So now I'm thinking, oh my God, all the evidence, they're not going to have anything. But she actually brings some things to the table, which I thought was very interesting for her to be so young in the hip world, knowing what's going on, of course, with the the drinks and all that kind of stuff.
The stoplight party.
Yeah, the stoplight party. I mean, she was very familiar with all of that and posting things online with the whole dead, when people die, they post a memory of them.
What is it called? After death or something?
Yes. And so I thought that was very interesting that they're showing that she can bring something to the table and not just some ditzy chick.
Yeah. And I think it was very appropriate because she's right out of college and booze cruise, Alicia and Will are going to know nothing about a freaking booze cruise.
I don't know anything about a booze cruise.
Yeah, I don't either.
I'm not that old.
I know. So I just no, you're not that old. I'm like, no, you're not.
Yeah.
I thought that was just really interesting that she pulled specifics out because she is so young, because she's recently been on these booze cruises. She knew what a stoplight party is. I have no idea what a stoplight party is, but when she says a red cup means don't, I'm taken, and the green cup says okay.
Come on. And the yellow cup means hey, with caution. I was like,
yeah,
wow,
yeah. So
we need to have that at one of our little parties.
I was really impressed with that.
I guess she just blew over my little, we should have something like that at one of our parties.
No, I think I want to do that and just didn't want everybody to know. I'm like, yeah, girl, we can talk about that after the show.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, I'm sorry. But yes, no, I thought it was great to see that she brought something to the table, and not just completely ditzy. But I am curious to know my predictions, which we'll talk about later, but I am curious to know what Will, with her and her relationship with Will, because she obviously is digging on Will.
Yeah,
There's a little extra on that.
I got that at the end, too. I was wondering, what is she doing? She's chilling. Like, he's leaving, no one's in the office, and she didn't just go to talk to him, but she was just posted up on the side. Just seeing that alone, I was like, oh, what this chick up to?
I can't wait. And that might actually make Alicia start going, a little wild, a little postal on her, giving her a hard time.
Yeah, I don't know, because she busted. It may, because she busted Alicia out because she went to Will. Oh, I'm sorry. And to me, it didn't seem like she was that naive. But she came to him and said, oh, I'm sorry for, coming straight to you with the question I had. Alicia told me never to go to you, to go to her first.
She's manipulating.
Yeah, I didn't take that she was being naive. I took that she was about to.
Oh, yeah, she definitely was playing it.
Yeah.
I definitely
she was planting that seed.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think about Eli and his ex-wife?
Well, I like her as an actress. I think she's really good.
Yeah, I like her.
And I was definitely curious to know. He didn't even look like a person who was married.
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't even come across as a man that was married. So it was a little odd for me to see that.
Yeah.
But I loved her reaction when Kalinda was like, I just want to know about this particular person, in Dubai. And she was like, you're sending him, you're doing his dirty work, aren't you? The look on her face was like, you could see the history. You could see everything. And when the facial expression that she had when she was like, please don't tell him. Was like, you could just see just her being crushed and the regrets. And I was like, oh, I can't wait to see what he's going to react to. And is she going to actually tell him? She did a great job.
She did. I like her.
Yeah, I would like to see her come back.
I would like to see her come back. She seemed very comfortable and seemed to mesh.
Yes.
It was interesting, their first encounter when she was so... He came to her because he needed help because they had held the Taiwanese diplomat's son. And when he was talking to her on the street, and he said, can you help me? Do you know anyone in the State's office? And she was just like, yeah. And then he gets ready to walk away, and she's like, okay, now your turn.
Yes.
That, I was just like, oh, she
got power.
Yeah.
And you could see how he was like you could see a history between them. Like, you could tell that he had that, like, okay, she's got a little power over me.
Yeah.
Because he's always, and you could tell he kind of melted,
Yeah, that's one of the first times I've seen Eli vulnerable, I think.
I think the only other time that I saw him vulnerable was when America.
Yes.
Yeah, what's her name? Ferreira. Yeah, when she was on there, he took her out. Yeah, and that whole dynamic that they had was beautiful. Yeah. I loved. That's what I was saying, like, the relationship with her compared to his wife, two totally different things.
They were totally different.
Yeah.
And he, it was funny too, because one of the things that stood out to me was when she was talking to him, and she was like, I need your help. And then she put her hands on him, and it just stopped for a moment. She's like, we're not having a moment, are we? And he was like, nope. And he just turned around and got in the car.
Yeah, and he was cute when he bringing her food, and she's like, I'm a vegetarian.
Yeah.
Well, when did you become that? After the divorce.
Yeah.
So I thought that was good. And then, of course, Kalinda and the relationship with Vanessa.
Yeah.
I love when Kalinda was just saying, I know, because she said, I don't believe you that you're not doing his dirty work, Eli's dirty work. And she was like, I know you don't, but I'm not. But you're going to have to believe me.
Yeah.
Now, just answer the questions. And yes, I would like to have a list of all the people that you can remember that you've had a relationship with.
And tell me about Omar.
Yes. I thought that was really, it was just really good work. Good work. I was really intrigued by that whole storyline. I
wonder when she was asking Kalinda not to tell him, I was curious how that would go. And my whole thing was like, oh, Lord, Kalinda's going to have, an issue with someone else in the firm.
Right.
I didn't know exactly where her loyalty lied.
Right.
At that point.
And she seemed very sincere. It seemed like she tried.
Yeah, she did try not to.
She's like, how much do you want to know?
Yeah. It's in there.
Yeah.
It's in there.
Yeah.
And then he asked what year. I think it's in the paperwork.
Right.
Oh, man. That was so uncomfortable.
I know.
The fact that she cheated. Yeah, and I think when Eli was talking to Vanessa at the end, and he said, I don't even know why I care, about her cheating on him in, 2007?
Yeah, 2007.
And at the end, I realized, I don't know if it was the fact that he was sincere about being cheated on, or just the fact he said, I thought those were I've only had two good years. Which was 06 and 07.
And she cheated on him in 07.
In 07. And she said those were your best years or something, but it was just too late.
Yeah. And
I was like, dang.
Whoo, okay.
Yeah.
She was no joke. She's just as cold as Eli is in a roundabout way.
Yeah.
It seemed great. Well, for me, it was great to see him have those vulnerable moments again.
Yeah, I like that. I like seeing him with colors.
Yeah.
Now, the hot and heavy. I love how the show opened up with this.
Some women of color.
Yeah.
Come on, Carrie.
The show opens up with this hot, flirty, said but not said type of energy, and I was like, finally. I don't know, maybe it's just where I am in life right now. I don't know.
We're like, come on, get to the sex. Get to the sex. Let's get some hot and heavy.
Yeah.
Where's Will and how come they haven't been together since the beginning of the first show?
At least the idea of it, the ideal of it. So Carrie is talking to Dana, because Dana she works for a state's attorney's office, and she quit, or she's leaving, so she's giving him all her cases. And there's this, I don't know, they were just seriously flirting with each other. And she tells him she has a boyfriend, and we've come to find out that she doesn't later.
Right.
But I think I would like to see them get together. I know they had a hot kiss within this.
I think they did more than a hot kiss.
You think so? You think it was just a kiss?
Absolutely.
No,
they went home and did some stuff.
They didn't show it. And then when they saw each other later, I didn't see that. You think they bumped uglies?
Come on. But that was cute too. How they took off the
seat belts. Oh, that was
click,
really
click.
cute.
Click, click. Kiss.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite scenes. Well, yeah, that scene. Oh,
it was cute.
Yeah,
I thought it was cute.
That was one of my favorite scenes.
So what happened to the other girl? What happened to
Which one?
The other girl, the one that we thought that, he might have been trying to bump uglies with her.
Oh, I don't think there wasn't that much tension between them two. I mean, even though there was,
it just looked like he was kind of interested.
Maybe she was on vacation or something, because I didn't see her at all this episode.
It got brighter in here. Yes.
I know.
I don't know, but I would like to see. I'm just curious to know, what happened to her. Is she coming back? And
she has to come back.
Can't there be some type of tension or something? And
between the two of them.
We need Dana. We need writers. We need Dana to stay. We need some tension between Dana, the affirmative action chick, and then we need, and Kalinda. We need all of them to run into each other. I don't think there was anybody else, right?
Nope, it's just the three
and
of them.
what is going on with the guy just hating? I mean, he's just really hating on
dude. What's dude's name? I can't remember dude's name, but he works for
Yes.
Mr. Floric. What's the dude's name?
Mr. Yes.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm going to find it.
him.
Keep going.
He works for him, and he's coming to Carrie, telling Carrie he's moving his office. But the thing that got me, though, was when he went up to Dana and said he's into, what'd he say? Do you remember what he said, Jesse?
What are you talking about?
When he went up to Dana and said he's into ethnic.
He's in the
girls.
ethnic. Yeah,
he can't keep his hands off of ethnic.
Yeah, likes Latina and black women.
Yeah,
and I was like, are you jealous because he's not? None of the girls are after you. Is that what it is?
I wonder what he was trying to accomplish. I loved her reaction.
Yeah. I'm looking it up right now so we can get his name.
I love her reaction because she didn't seem to be fazed by it.
No, that just made
turned her on.
I think it did. That's why she ended up, messing around with him.
Yeah, she asked him. So, what's his name says that you're into ethnic girls. And I like Carrie's discovery.
His
discovery. First, he was kind of like, I'm in trouble.
Yes.
But then the way she's looking at him, she was just staring at him like, I want to jump in the passenger seat with you. And so then after he looked at her, he realized that she wanted him. And so he's like, well, what does that mean for you? So that was totally, I love that. I love that whole scene.
So his Brody, that's his last name on the show. Matt Brody.
He seems like a narc.
He's annoying. He's just a hater. He's a hater. And I think he's just jealous of Carrie because Carrie is a hot young guy.
But I'm mad because he's hot.
All of the women are digging on Carrie and not him. And I think he's just hating.
He's too stick up the butt.
Yeah, he just seems like the one you just can't trust.
Yeah, I feel like he's
like a whine, like somebody who whines.
Yeah,
I'm gonna put. I mean, I think that's why he was making him, putting him in the
cubicles.
Yeah,
when he didn't have to put him in the cubicle, I think he was hating because he was moving him into an office. But why did he have to move him into the cubicle first?
Yeah, I don't know. He wasn't moving him into the office. I think he moved.
You think that came in after the fact?
He moved him to the cubicles, but then Peter moved him into that office.
Oh, but he said Peter was moving him when he came in and he said, "Who's moving? Why are you moving me?" And he said, "I'm doing Peter's work. He delegated it."
Exactly. And then when he got solved the case.
Okay. All right. So it came after.
Peter gave him his own, and of course, this guy didn't get anything.
Yeah, dude was hating.
Oh, just straight up.
Oh my goodness. But I'm mad because he's cute.
Which one?
The guy who's hating.
Oh, Mr. Brody.
I know, this is a girl show. We're talking about how cute people are.
I know.
Billy's not
here. Billy's not here, Billy.
Sorry,
Billy.
Here to balance.
Yeah, but he's cute physically, but he's not cute because of his attitude.
Yeah, he has a stank attitude.
Yeah, so moving on from him, but he's got some issues, and I think he just needs to come out and just say he's jealous.
Like he really gonna do that?
Yeah, he should. Or at least let Carrie call him out on it. He
yes.
can't help it if he's getting Dana.
That would be really good.
Yeah. So we need Dana to come back.
Yeah,
basically.
Dana needs to come back. They couldn't have set her up to just take her off. That wouldn't be right.
Yeah. Plus, she's on a series show, so she'll be back. She's a good actress. She'll be back.
She is. I liked her. I liked the dynamic between the two of them.
Yeah.
And it satisfied that sexual tension that we've been having watching the show that we haven't had for a couple of weeks. But there's been none on the for a couple of weeks.
No, you're
like nothing going on with Will and Alicia. Nothing.
I know. Nothing with Diane and the other guy, even though he hasn't been back on this.
He hasn't been back this season.
There's no more. I need something to happen, writers. Stop playing around. So Alicia and the kids.
Man, I just thought
well.
it was gonna hit the fan this week.
Ooh.
So Alicia, I think they're getting ready to go to their dad's, and she's like, "Make sure you have all your stuff." And then Zach starts asking her, "What do you do when you?" The way that it felt like interrogation, not
like
concern.
He knew something.
Yes, he's like, "What do you do when we're gone?
Right?
Do you go out?
Who do you go out with?"
And then what's her name chimes in? What's the baby's name? I don't forget.
Is it anybody that Grace? Is there anybody that we know?
Is it anyone we know? And she always looks like she's ready to cry.
I know.
Poor
She does
Grace.
look like she's always ready to
Poor
cry.
Grace.
I know.
Man.
But yeah, no, I'm curious to know. But that scene with Will, like, first of all, he walked out. He was like, "Yeah, okay, yeah," and then he just walked out and he's like,
"Yeah," he knew he blew it.
what did I just do?
Yeah.
I mean, it was like he was trying. Like he
was
was
trying. He was trying.
What was he thinking?
I don't know, because Zach's in there working on his mom's computer. Will sees him and thinks, oh, this might be the opportunity to get in with the kid.
Right. Especially because Will's ex-girl made a comment and said, so have you ever met her kids?
Yes.
So
she
now
she
planted that seed. So now he's trying to get in there and meet, meet her son, and it's not going over too well.
Well, Zach I thought he knew, but I don't think he has any idea.
No, I don't think he has a clue.
He doesn't have a clue. Because plus he introduced him, I'm your mom's boss. And Zach was just like, okay. Mm-hmm. And he's standing there. Mm-hmm. And he just was just like, okay, you're gonna leave now?
Right.
And I thought it was funny how he's like, so no school today. It's like 4:00. He's like, yeah, there was school today. He didn't even say anything about time. He was like, yeah, I had school.
Yeah, I had school. And then he's like, oh, yeah, it's 4:00. Yeah.
Yeah, man, that was
so
awkward
you're
moment.
Just helping your mother? I mean, poor Will. And then that conversation that he had with Alicia, like, do you want me to meet your kids? And she's like, no.
That was so interesting.
Yeah, she is so keeping this
last
sucker.
week, you guys felt bad for Will. This week, I felt bad for him. When she said no, he's like, do you want me to meet the kids? It would be okay. And she was like, no.
No.
That, I don't know. That really made me,
yeah.
That made me sad for him.
Yeah, I really did. I really felt sad because it just seems like he really is trying to take this to another level. He's really trying to work this out, and Alicia is not budging at all. She does not want anything to be more than what it is.
I get the impression that is the case, that she doesn't want anything else. She doesn't want anything else, and he does.
Yeah, I think so too.
From the I love you a couple of weeks ago to there was another thing that happened last week, and then this week, she's just like, no, you don't need to meet the kids. Mm-mm. And I think he would definitely want more. And so that comes to play when I wonder. Well, I'm sure I'll save this for predictions. It goes back to home chick. What's her name?
Which one?
Caitlin. Go back to Caitlin, because he seemed a little salty when Caitlin came and said, Alicia said, this was after she said, no, you don't need to meet the kids. And when she said, oh, Alicia said you not to go to you first. And he's like, no, you can come to us.
Yeah. I was curious to know where that was coming from. Yeah, see, I don't know. It could have just been, I didn't think that there was much on it. Because it sounds like you're thinking, because of that situation. I'm thinking that he said it as though, this is, a partner's niece. You can go ahead and come to me. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, that's true. I might be jumping the gun.
Maybe not.
Maybe because I don't trust Caitlin. She plays that naive.
Oh no,
she's gonna come gangster.
She is definitely not someone to be trusted.
She plays naive, but then she knows so much. Mm-hmm. She knows so much, and I think she's just giving them enough not to look so smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally think that's the case. I don't know. But I really want to tell you my favorite lines from the show.
Okay, well, so we should wait a minute.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just reading some of the notes with Caitlin as watching Will longing. This is what Billy. Yeah. Caitlin apologizes for going to the partner first, telling him that Alicia told her that. So, but anyway,
I think she was. It did look like longing.
She was
to
longing,
me.
And she had that little pose. She had that pose, like that body language
the hip
was
out.
That body language was letting everyone know she's interested. So
she was seducing them.
She was okay.
So, do you have any other thoughts?
No, that was pretty much what I have here. I was just looking, making sure I didn't have any other stuff that.
Yeah, you can cover it. We're not as good as Billy. I'm just saying,
Hey, we have our own style. Billy's wonderful. Yeah, no, we could definitely take a commercial break now.
I want to tell you my favorite lines.
Okay, tell the favorite lines.
Okay, so my favorite line
because they are great.
Oh my gosh, I think I had like 4 of them. I posted them on my Facebook. But my favorite line was Eli, when Kalinda comes to Eli and says that the wife had slept with some people overseas, and the guy's name is Omar. And Eli was like, yeah, whatever, it doesn't matter. But she's like, that's not his real name. His real name is, I'm not sure, let's say, I don't know, Sharif bin Laden or something.
Right.
And Eli freaked out. She's like, he worked with a bin Laden. I mean, she slept with a bin Laden. And so then she's like, no, but he's, publicly denounced that he's not, part of the family and disagrees with him. And he's like, fine, great. She slept with a nice bin Laden. I just thought his delivery was just unbelievable. She slept with a nice bin Laden was like number one, my number one favorite. And then number two favorite was when he's talking to the ex-wife. And he's talking to her about sleeping with someone. And he's like, oh, great, my semen mixed with bin Laden. I'm thinking the
Eli has some great lines.
Yeah, they gave him great lines. And then number three was when Alicia tells Caitlin that sometimes the innocent ones are the guilty ones. And Caitlin was like, how depressing. But that stood out to me too. And then what was the last one? Do you remember my last one?
No.
Oh, the last one was, lawyers are the best people in the world. When Will was saying, the lady was saying, Caitlin said, everyone's so nice here. And Will said, yeah, lawyers are the best people in the world. That stood out to me. So those are my top four. Okay, now we'll go to commercial.
Okay, wait. Before we go to commercial, I just want to give a shout out to Black Theater USA. Thank you for watching the show. And he said you can talk about more than just bumping uglies.
We were. Tell them we were.
We talked about other things.
Come on
and shout out to Derek. Thanks for watching the show as well. So, okay, now I think we could take a commercial break.
And you guys should call in.
Oh, yeah. Call in and say hello. But
424-256-1729.
But they said that they don't watch the show. They were just watching it because, they like us. So.
Well, then they could call in to talk to us.
Yeah, call in and speak.
How about that?
So thank you. We're going to take a commercial real quick, and we'll be back in 1 minute.
The biggest new media platform on the web just got bigger. More bandwidth, smoother streaming, lightning fast download.
Don't get technical with me.
AfterBuzz TV is making the jump to hyperspace. Join the fun at your number one source for after-show entertainment.
Look at the size of that thing.
AfterBuzz TV.
All right.
Hey, welcome back to AfterBuzz TV. So we're going to get into...
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
All right, you want to go first?
Well, I am curious to see what's going to happen. I really think that there's going to be some tension between Alicia and Caitlin with this whole Will being in the middle. I definitely think that that's one of them that's going to be deep.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be deep, and I can't wait to see the fire and the sparks and the hair pulling. I keep saying that. I want to see some hair pulling.
Yeah, that's a good wife.
Yes, I do. I do want to see that. I also want to see what's going to happen with Carrie and these women.
Yes.
That he's got going. I want to see what's going to happen with Dana. I want to see what's going to happen with Kalinda, because they even had a little beef,
Carrie
and Kalinda, when he was like, well, maybe, how do I know you didn't plant it?
I know.
And she was like, because I know how to do my job.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see what's going to happen with that. And I'm hoping, that this dynamic that we have going here, I'm really hoping that something will spark from that. I really want to see what's going to happen. So...
This week on the cover of TV Guide, there was a picture of Will and Alicia, and it said, how long? Wait, what did it say? Where's my notes? Oh, the cover said too good to last? ?
Oh no!
Too good to last. So I'm curious if they're gonna kill that soon. So I think what's gonna happen is they're gonna stretch it out. But I think that they're going to kill that relationship soon. I really do. I think it's going to, and it's not going to end for good. Mm-hmm. I just think there's going to be something that separates them. I don't know if it's going to be another woman. I don't know if his ex-wife is coming back or ex-girlfriend is coming back. But I think that something's going to happen where they break up to keep that tension, because they can't keep it where it is for the rest of the season. I think it has to go somewhere. It's either that they have to get together or they have to break up. Yes. So I think they're going to go separate ways, and it's just going to be a moment of off again. And then I think they'll probably be on again before the season is over.
I also think what's my prediction as well is, adding on to that, is that the kids, some way, shape, or form, are going to find out about the whole will somehow or another. Maybe Peter is going to slip out and say something, or, you know, especially the son. And then that's going to have, because he already has an image of his father. Yes. He's going to have an image of his mom. And then let's see the kids get rebellious and get out there and do some crazy stuff.
You just want them to turn into freaks.
I know. I just think that that's what it's going to be. So, yeah. So that's what I think.
Another prediction is I think that they're going to keep Dana. I think something's going to happen, and Dana is going to stay on with Carrie.
Okay. Do you think the other girl's going to come back?
I think they will have the other girl there.
Okay. Well,
she's the other girl this week. We'll have her name next week.
Yeah. We had it last week, but we didn't see it this week, so we didn't pay that much attention to her. Yeah. So, yeah. No,
I think that's going to happen.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. My biggest thing that I'm paying attention to, that I really want to see, is the whole Caitlyn and Alicia thing. That's what I want to see. And how is that dynamic going to work out with Caitlyn's, uncle and Alicia's relationship, since Alicia, that's her boss.
Yeah, they'll have a knockdown, drag out fight, because Caitlyn does have the upper hand.
I want to see some fire.
Caitlyn has the upper hand.
She does have the upper hand.
She has the upper hand. Another prediction that I have is that Eli is going to take on a more intricate role in the practice. I think he is.
Okay.
Because when he walked in this week and they clapped for him in the boardroom, that was so funny.
That was
He walks in, Eli Gold, everyone. That was just hilarious.
Yeah. I want him to go back, though, to his old self and start working for Peter again. I need to see something happen. Where is Peter? Will you hurry up and bring Peter back?
Peter was there last week.
Oh.
Well, still.
For like a second. I need Peter to be in here a little bit more. I don't know if you're working another job, or they're just giving you some time off, or, but you need to be back on the show. You need to have some, be a little bit more consistent, Peter, because I need you two to get back together.
Yeah, Peter, I think when Peter comes in, he's going gangster. That's what I think.
I want to see him go gangster.
When we see him, he's going gangster. He's going like old school mafia Godfather style. That's what I think.
Yes, Billy, you should be watching the show and calling in. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Billy, we miss you.
I know.
Okay. So that is it for AfterBuzz TV for The Good Wife. We will see you guys next week. And thanks for watching.
All right.
From producers Kevin Undergaro and Phil Svitek, engineer DJ Jesse Janity, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. If you have questions or comments, be sure to buzz us at info@AfterBuzzTV.com. And you can find us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter by searching for AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later!
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.